Good morning. Welcome back to Deb's True Crime Notebook, where we read the documents for you so you don't have to. This is week 2 in the Richard Allen trial, and we're all exhausted already. But here we are. We're going to bring the most recent information to you. It's the defendant's motion in Limine regarding videos from the victim's phone.
Guys. Downhill. Guys. Downhill. Guys. Downhill.
Comes now the defendant Richard Allen by counsel and moves the court to prohibit the state from eliciting testimony as to the words and sounds allegedly contained in the video recorded from Liberty German's cell phone. In support of this motion, the defendant states as follows. 1. The defense believes that the state will seek to introduce video and audio enhancements of the video recovered from Libby German's cell phone. Said video was taken on February 13, 2017. 2. The video and audio enhancements contain words and sounds. 3. One of the audio enhancement files received by the defense contains a phrase seemingly uttered by one of the victims, which phrase is repeated on a loop. 4. One of the audio enhancement files received by the defense contains an audio clip of a man speaking, which is also repeated on a loop. 5. The words allegedly spoken by the victims on the enhanced video are very difficult to understand. 6. The defense requests the court prohibit the state from eliciting testimony concerning what words are spoken by the girls on the enhancement audio recordings. 7. The defense requests the court prohibit the state from eliciting testimony concerning what sounds are contained in the enhanced video with the man's voice. 8. The video and audio enhancements appear to be investigatory tools. 9. Interpreting the words and sounds on the enhanced video requires completely subjective analysis. 10. Testimony identifying the words and sounds on the video is speculative. 11. The enhanced videos were not related to the identification of Richard Allen as a suspect, therefore the sketches are not relevant under R. Evid 401. 12. Due to the poor quality of enhanced video and audio recordings, the probative value is low. 13. Allowing a witness to speculate as to the words and sounds on the recordings would put ideas in the jurors' heads that would be confusing and misleading in violation of Indiana R. Evid 403. 14. It is up to the jury to determine what words or sounds exist on the recordings. 15. Additionally, allowing the enhanced recordings to play on a loop is repetitive, cumulative, and unduly suggestive. Wherefore, the defendant Richard Allen by counsel respectfully requests the court prohibit the state from eliciting testimony identifying the words or sounds on the enhanced recordings and for all other just and proper relief in the premises. Respectfully submitted, Jennifer Auger. So basically, the defense is trying to say what's good for the goose is good for the gander. And their theory or their thought on this is that if you would not allow us to use an investigatory tool, quote, the sketches in our part of the case, then you shouldn't be able to use what we think is an investigatory tool. So my opinion is that they are two separate things. The sketches are someone's opinion of what someone looked like. It's like hearsay. And this particular video is the actual person that we refer to as BG on the bridge. As you can see in the picture, it looks like there might be a gun outlined in his pocket. We don't know that for sure. And the actual voice of someone who was involved in it. It's an actual video and recording of part of the abduction. So I don't think it's necessarily an investigatory tool. I believe it to be actual evidence. But we'll see what the judge has to say. She knows more about the law than I do, of course. Leave me a comment and let me know what you think about this situation. And in other news about the Richard Allen trial, once again, people were having to line up in the middle of the night to assure that they got a spot to go in because they are only accepting 24 people from the public into the courtroom. All other seats are reserved for family, witnesses, etc., legal people, etc. And so Unfortunately, they have to line up in the middle of the night. I know that one particular creator posted that they were number 23 in line. A lot of the creators did not want to have to do this, and they really did wish that the courts had imposed a no lining up before 8 a.m. For one thing, it's causing them to not get any sleep. They're having to go over at 1, 2, and 3 in the morning and camp out, and it is in the low 40s in temperature. So I hope that people appreciate the lengths that these people are having to go to bring information to us. I know I appreciate the ones that have shared information with me, and I'll probably be there at some point in this trial with them. I'm trying to wait till the crowds die down a little bit. I don't want to keep anyone from getting in that's a family member or was a friend of the girls or any of the families. So this is what's going on in front of the courthouse at like 3 in the morning. And that brings us to these very interesting sketches. I'm not sure who the artist is. I cannot read the signature. I did want to promote her or his, I believe it's a female, work because I think it's very unique. Some people love them. Some people hate them and think they're, kind of funny. But I think that it's because they're different than what we've seen. I have grown to like them and respect the fact that she's put a lot of work into them and sharing them with the public. So we thank her for that. So the first one up in the corner on the left is Miss Becky Patty on the stand. The one next to that, to the right, is Baldwin, Rosie, and of course Richard Allen in the purple shirt with the glasses on top of his head, which incidentally, several people have said they've never seen him wearing the glasses. I assume they're readers. Maybe he hasn't had anything put in front of him that he needs to read. The one in the bottom left corner is Richard Allen, Rosie, and back of Baldwin's head, I believe, in the foreground, and then the background is Kelsey, Libby's sister, pointing to a picture of the bridge, and I believe that is Diener for the prosecution. The one on the right appears to be Diener in the foreground and Anna Williams on the stand. I have not been able to locate Anna Williams' testimony from last week yet. As soon as I do, I'll bring that to you as well. That's all we have this morning so far. They will be breaking for lunch pretty soon, I'm thinking, within an hour maybe. And I'm hearing they're going to take an extra long lunch. I also have heard that the evidence and information presented this morning is pretty explicit, pretty rough emotionally. So we'll see what that is. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the bell for all notifications. Share this in your groups and with a friend. And as always, I want to hear your comments on what we've seen so far this morning.